Hi guys, we are back with another video, and in this video we will be covering uh, highlights or a little bit of how consciousness is important in more ways than just spirituality, right? So what is the general thing? The general perception is that uh, when anyone talks about the word consciousness, when anyone utters see consciousness, so everyone generally starts relating consciousness with spirituality. Dekho bhai, consciousness has something to do with spirituality, moksha, meditation, all these aspects, right? But as I live life, as I'm able to understand something, and even I am an explorer of life. I'm also in my journey of understanding consciousness completely, and understanding many aspects or many dimensions of the deeper life. So as I go ahead, I was able to understand a few things. I was able to realize, okay, this is how it works, or this is how it is. Okay, fine. And there are a desire comes, that if I know this, I would like to share with people who like to watch this, who are my audience. I would like to share certain aspects with my audience, right? So okay, let's it is always good to have like a question which makes things very structured, and then sort of answer it. So let's put it all down to a question. Okay, so my friend in the class was like, hey buddy, uh, he was I was doing the freshers, I was involved in freshers arrangements and all that. So he was like, buddy, and there it was very tough. Okay, it had a lot of micromanaging. It had a lot of aspects were there, okay, that I had to deal with a lot of people, finances, and a lot of things. And this guy, he's a he's one of my friends in the class. So he comes up and he asks, so you are able to manage all this, you're able to understand a lot of things, you're able to when you're carrying out a very big project, you need to be really really good with people, right? And the most important thing is you need to understand people really really well, okay, very deeply, right? With a very few interactions, you need to understand what works with that person, what does not work with that person, right? Because in a big project you don't do everything, but you try to work with people, and get things done with them, right? So you're managing, and a lot of things are there, and you're getting inputs from them, and you're working with them, but it needs to be done in a very specific way, in the way probably which you want it to be, right? So in that kind of conditions, this person comes up to me. Okay, I'll bring it back, okay, to the question. So this person comes up to me and asks me, see, there's a lot of things about life which needs to be understood, which are very complicated, and all this, and dealing with people, a lot of different types of people, they have very different natures, right? How are you able to do all this? So at that point of time I was like, buddy, it's just I like interacting, and you learn and all these things. And sometimes if you want to increase your capacity, you need to probably shut down see, what happens is meditation. I would like to relate it with how computers work. Okay, so what happens is, when we meditate, we train our mind to remove the background apps which have been running at the mind, right? Everyone has a very huge capacity. The only thing is, meditation helps us to enter that mode wherein you can go and remove the apps which are not quickly, just remove it, and you make your mind empty, right? What generally we do is, we are running, and whatever is in our subconscious, we don't care about it, right? So what happens is, our capacity is always very minimal. whatever happens, there is a deeper understanding that needs to be grasped, right? Whenever something is happening, right, there is, you can understand more from just a very few things, right? But how will you be able to do it when there are background apps running in your subconscious mind, right? Meditation helps you to enter, clear all that, gives you that, makes that RAM capacity of your brain available to you. And then whenever anything is happening, you're understanding more than what is required, or more than what is happening, and you're able to function really well. You're able to connect all the dots. You remember, okay, this person, he or she likes this aspect. So working with people is not just about work all the time. You need to understand what they like, what they don't like, bring it on the table sometimes, talk facts, or whatever things. It's about knowing the interests of a particular person, and making them comfortable, right? You need to bring those aspects around them when you're working with them. So generally what people do, they just communicate, and then because they do not have that ram to remember what this person's interests is, and then bring it at the moment at the table, and then you know so that's why big projects come to go slow. They lack in productivity. See, uh, what I'm trying to bring to the table right now is that you want to personalize, you want to make it more human, the interactions, when you're working towards a big project. How do you do that? You need to remember a lot of things. You have past interactions with the people you're working, and to be able to do that, your mind needs to be very capable, and should be processing a lot of things while you're having a conversation. And for that to happen, it needs to be free, right? And how do you do that, right? I think you're able to understand that what I'm trying to say is that you want to achieve a big project. You want to achieve sort of like good things. Then at that point of time, you need to understand key, your mind needs to be completely free, right? And your mind needs to have a lot of processing power, and you achieve that sort of a state by clearing all the background noise, or the background thoughts which has been in your head, right? Probably which has been going in your subconscious mind, right? And that's how you probably are good at functioning. So this has already shot up to 8 minutes. So what I'll be doing is, there is a part, this will probably be part 1, and there is something more I would want to share, right? So I'll be explaining that in part 2, and see you in the next video. Okay, cheers, bye bye.